Today we'll be taking a quick look at the mono white starter deck known as Tactical Assault. Let's open it up here in the deck viewer and get a quick look at what this card comes with and what this deck is going to want to do to try and get a win for us. Comes with 3 tactical advantages. Target blocking or block creature you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. That's going to serve as like a combat juke or like situational removal if you can. Remember, it's not an attacking creature, it's blocking or blocked creature, so it's highly defensive only. Daybreak Chaplain is a 2-casting 1/3 with lifelink, which with any luck we can buff to make bigger and better. With Knight's Pledge, enchanted creature gets +2/+2, got a couple of those. Oreskos Swiftclaw, it's a 2-casting 3/1, not a big fan of this card, but comes in the deck, so we'll play with it. 2 of a Silverbeak Griffin, a 2-casting 2/2 with flying. This guy's not bad with more flyers or with some more buffs that are potentially available. Take Vengeance will destroy a tapped creature. Situational removal. This pairs also pretty nicely with Star-Crowned Stag that we'll come across later in the deck. Loxodon Line Breaker, 3-casting 3/2. Again, I'm not a real big fan of these. I consider this to be pretty expensive. So at 3 cost, it's only a 3/2 that doesn't do anything else. It's taking up a slot in the deck, really. Luminous Bonds, a 3-casting enchantment that makes like an opponent's creature unable to attack or block. It's kind of useful against creature-heavy decks. Pegasus Courser is a 3-casting 1/3 that flies, that makes another creature fly when it attacks. If you get that out with your Leonin Warleader, then your Warleader can sneak through for 4 and make a couple of cats. That's pretty powerful. Star-Crowned Stag is good for this level. It's a 4-casting 3/3. When you attack with it, not when you tap it, but when you attack with it, it will tap a defending player's creature. Angelic Reward is neat, expensive. This deck should be called Expensive Assault. It's a 5-casting enchantment that gives a creature +3/+3 and flying. Confront the Assault is a 5-casting defensive spell that when a creature attacks you, you can create 3 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying. So you get 3 1/1s for 5 that fly. That is pricey. Herald of Faith isn't terrible. For 5 you get a 4/3 flyer that heals you for 2 when you attack. This actually goes really good with like a Johnny's Pride Mates that didn't make it into this deck. Serra Angels are always solid. 5-casting 4/4 flying vigilance. Spirit Guardian, kind of neat. A 5-casting 3/4. When Spiritual Guardian enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. Inspiring Commander is pretty cool. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life and draw a card. It's under your control specifically, so you can't do it on your opponent's turn. And it just happens, so you must draw that card. It's not like a may. But at that point, you're more than happy to draw that card. Serra's Guardian is cool. The idea here is that you give all your big creatures vigilance, so you can just attack and not have to worry about saving them for blockers. But in this deck, I've noticed that there's not a whole lot of beef happening without vigilance anyway. So like your Serra Angels have vigilance anyway. Your Zetalpa has vigilance anyway. Zetalpa's cool. This is a game winner with flying double strike, vigilance, trample, and indestructible. If you can beef this up with one of your like Angelic Reward or another buff that you have that you might draw into or save, this is a game winner. And a Meteor Golem comes pretty standard in all of these decks just to demonstrate some removal. So let's get into the playing of the deck and see if we can't find the win conditions. There's a couple of win conditions built into this one. It's not quite as bad as the mono blue deck that I actually got a win with, luckily, with that deck. But we will see what the initial draw looks like. Again, I think this deck is kind of expensive. So we'll take a look at what our starting hand could be and then how the opponent might mess with it. Hopefully we're playing against another similar deck, like a starter deck, or a similar amount of rares and commons and uncommons. That's a lot of land. So we could drop a Swiftclaw on turn 2, and then Luminous Bonds one of his powerful creatures, and then wait forever and play Zetalpa, because there is no ramp in this deck. Let's keep it and see what happens. And we're on the draw, so we draw, of course, land. And a lot of these decks, the starter decks, the 5 mono colors, are land heavy. They don't want new players starving for land early. And so your opponent plays a Doomed Dissenter, which I don't want to kill because he gets that 2/2 out of it. Well, if he's going Saprolings and tokens, we are surely going to die. I'm going to save my Luminous Bonds for a real creature. That he's going to drop some pretty scary stuff. Yeah, he's going with Saprolings. You'll see in like what? Like 2 minutes he's going to have 25 Saprolings. Plus he's playing all this black. Oh boy. So whenever a creature dies, any creature, his or mine, I lose 1 life. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just gonna happen to me. And then he's gonna murder my Warleader. Here it goes. Although I do have Zetalpa in hand, which flies and is indestructible. And I don't think any of his removal can hit an indestructible creature. It's all destroy. Am I gonna get juked right here? I'm not gonna risk it. Should I have Luminous Bonds, his Thalid, just to get through with my Warleader and gain 2 life? I should not. That is a silly play, but I don't have much else to do. And now we can't make another 7 with it. This is how this day's gonna go for you, old style. Sorry, buddy. This is Tactical Assault. And then when he sacrifices the creatures for the Pit Lord, it trips the Poison Tip Archer. That's great. So I could play my Inspiring Commander, but what's the point? I don't have any creatures with power 2 or less. So let's do Serra Angel, which also flies, and that'll scare him. Attack 3. 5 creatures. He can block and I'll gain the life, and then I'll lose the life. So these are actually kind of cancelling out the Poison Tip Archer. Unless he's got a buff for him. He does. He's got like a Awesome defense cycle out. It's gone now. Okay, I like where this is going all of a sudden. I need 2 land to hit Zetalpa. Yeah, she's got Vigilance. You're going to want to use your Murder on her. Cast down, whichever. Seeing if I can get Zetalpa down, it will trample over his. Sneaking through anyways. There's one of the lands I needed. Drop a line breaker and swim with everything just for fun. I'm gonna need the health, just because he's about to have a 6/6. This guy's flying and trample. Actually, this is not a starter deck, but it is a deck that comes with that you get. It's that green-black deck that they hand you. There we go. Okay, now we got a game. So unless he's got something pretty amazing, he can't overcome Zetalpa. He could kill my creatures and throw down something like the Eldest Reborn. Make me sacrifice it. It's not immune to that. It's pretty good. Effects that say destroy don't destroy it. It can't be destroyed by damage. It's got trample, so all the damage just goes right through this demon, plus it double strikes. And this demon is not indestructible, so if he doesn't block thinking it's going to hit him for 4, it's actually going to hit him for 8. Death Touch isn't going to do it, because again, Death Touch is destroyed, so it's not going to... He does have reach, but again, the trample alone is going to get him for a chunk. Like I said, this is going to be hard to overcome. Combat phase, what do you got? Okay, and I can gain 4 life. So let's see what we can do here. I wonder if he's going to think that blocking with his poison tip archer is going to kill it. He might be thinking that. Yeah, I think he is. So here this goes. Let's see what the end result is. Yeah, oh yeah. So I guess we didn't get the double strike there after all, which is fine. Oh, there it is. Okay, so just a little lag. And let's play the Spiritual Guardian. And he could return some of these creatures to the battlefield, but with trample and double strike, my Zetalpa's gonna do good things. Yeah, so he sacrifices the Doom Descender, creates the token. It's not gonna make a difference if you block him down there. So yeah, we're just gonna block down everything. Just to gain the life. So here we go. He realizes now that this isn't gonna work out well. That life from the poison tip archer, but it doesn't matter because all I need is my one creature. Like I said, it's pretty hard to overcome, and if you can get him out, that's a pretty good win condition. And remember, I kept him in my starting hand. I had like 4 lands, but I knew the deck a little bit, and I knew that this is going to be a pretty powerful card to play. So I just had to last long enough to get that win out there. Let's do one more. I'd like to actually lose. So let's play one more game, and I'm not going to get my quest done for the day. Now, the thing about playing in this game early on when you have these quests, this doesn't mean build a red and blue deck. This means you play your starting red deck. The blue one's hard to win with. So let's do one more with Tactical Assault and see what kind of games we can win with. We should lose pretty handily with this deck. I don't imagine we'll go on like some sort of crazy winning streak. But you never know. It is Magic the Gathering, and it is a game of chance. So okay, this is a much more typical example of a draw where you might get like a Daybreak Chaplain, and then on turn 3 you could buff it with the Knight's Pledge and start hitting with a 3/5, or the opposite with an Oreskos Swiftclaw. So we'll have to make that decision. And we're on the play, so we get I'm more inclined to use the Daybreak Chaplain, because it's a lot less scary at first, and it would be a little tougher. And all it's going to take from him is a Luminous Bonds. He has a Seal Away, a Conclave Tribunal. I don't know if it's called Conclave Tribunal, but Excellent Binding. Oh, he's playing dinosaurs. Oh, terrific. So I'm actually going to save my Knight's Pledge for well, Oh, that changes things. Now let's do Line Breaker. So I could make a 5-5. He's got the Sunlight. That's no, you won't have the Sunlight. That's your better card. And I guess you can. There he goes. This is such a powerful card. Let's hit him with everything. He's not gonna block and sneak in there for 6. Or if he blocks, I don't think he's not gonna risk his Kinjali's Collar because it's reducing his dinosaur spells by 1. I didn't think so. And then I might be able to sneak away with a couple more hits before he realizes what kind of health he's at. And on the flip side, what kind of health I'm at. Remember, I'm gaining life right here with my Daybreak Chaplain. These sneaky ways to win. I don't care if we make a 3-3. I don't care if we make a 3-3 either, do I? What are the odds that he blocks with his Drover of the Mighty? I gain 3. See, I'm already at 25. I can take a beating. And I only have to sneak in for a couple more hits. Oh, here comes a big boy. Enjoy. 1 damage to everybody. No other rampages, huh? Out there. This deck has a ton of Rampage, and then you just die when the Raging Sword Tooth comes out. But I saved my Luminous Bonds for that dude. And now we're going to... Okay, we're going to attack and save my tactical advantage as a combat juke for when he blocks. See this? So now I can use this as like soft removal. Give my guy... Kill this guy. He's at 7. I'm still at 23, so... I could have even taken a hit from the Raging Sword Tooth and been okay, though I don't need to. Another Sunlight. I want to be able to confront the assault. So he can block with my Daybreak Chaplain. Save my Line Breaker for something else. So here he goes. So now he's realizing he's got a block. And I'm still gaining 3 a turn. And as soon as I hit my Serra's Guardian, that's going to change this game. Because all my creatures are going to get Vigilance and they won't have to tap to attack. So did he just fight my dude? Well, that's unfortunate. And I'm going to Assault because this is about the only time I can do it. I'm not going to. So I'm going to hit him with this 3. And that's going to change his mind on his flyers too, because he's only at 4. Wow. So this white deck doesn't make a lot of sense when you look at it, but it actually can win because just card beef. It's got enough options in there for you. If he throws 1 Sunling at me, I'm going to Luminous Bonds the other one and put him at 1. But he's pretty smart about what I'm not blocking. So now I've got Guardian out. And now I'm at 13, so I've got to start paying attention to my life as well. Let's kill this guy. Well, there's some UI glitches with the update today. attack with Serra's Guardian. He has to block with one of the Sun Wings. He has to. He's got no choice. And since she's got Vigilance, I can send her a blocker on the flip side, which is nice. Now I'm at 9, so I am going to use this on the Needletooth Raptor because I don't want it raging and I have to block. Hopefully he drew something useless too. Oh boy. Vitaly's not useless. Okay, let's attack him with everything and end the game. Yep, that happens. Okay. Oh! See, remember, this is an attacking creature. It's a blocking creature. Or blocked creature. So there's that. Okay, so he's at 1. He could win the game. If this is a buff, he could attack for 0, 6, and 4. It's not going to help him. Okay, this works. Yep. There we go. So he's got that one, and now I just fly right in and finish the draw. So he knows that. So that's 2 wins in a row with Tactical Assault, and I think we'll go ahead and call it there because just a demonstration of the deck so you can see the win condition. I didn't plan this, it just happens. A lot of the early quests you might get are to play white cards anyway, or white spells, so if you're doing that you could also happen to sneak out some wins with this deck and earn some extra gold. With those wins that puts us up to 4,600 gold, 32,000 away from our goal. Thanks for watching, take care.